in snippets from books from travelers and explorers through the regions of Africa in the pre-colonial period.
Finally, a glimmer of hope.
A Democrat senator.
Every death which occurs in the community is ascribed to witchcraft, and someone, consequently, is guilty of the wicked deed.
Now, even though he lost fair and square...
And that's really how you get inoculations to venom now. You ever seen the shows where they go collect the snakes and they put their little fangs on the jar and they squeeze it into the jar and then they make the
antidotes.
Yeah, the antidote. There you go.
Yeah,
antidote. Yeah. They make the antidotes out of that stuff, but the Africans would just grab the snake. They'd see a snake, they grab it and drink the shit straight from the snake's mouth. And
it looks stupid and retarded.
Right. The guy was kind of clowning them about it, like on here, but he didn't know that's what they were doing.
Yeah, I think because this stuff, and I don't know. I want to read this book actually, but it's not very specific enough. I like how this dude said it was like Angola, but that's like, but the way this book kind of reads is like, all right,
there was no Angola though. Angola was just like a region. It wasn't a country.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I appreciate that level of specificity, because if you go to New Orleans and then they do something in New Orleans and then you think everybody in America is like that, that might be misleading. You go back to London and you're like, oh, I went to New Orleans. Everyone in America does this one thing. Mm-hmm. This kind of how I feel about some of this.
Well, here's the thing, though. Sunman culture, like from reading this book, which I've read this book several times. I've listened to the audio book. Yeah. A lot of the things are prevalent all throughout Africa, just like in America, where you would see the same type of behavior in different Sun communities. Yeah, dudes in New Orleans may say baby and talk a little different than the dudes in DC, like Mo and all that shit. But they got a lot of the same behavioral traits, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of similarities. Yeah, absolutely.
In New Orleans may do front lines where they, do the main lines with that, and the dudes in DC may do go-go. But at the end of the day, there's more similarities than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Not only that, he's got some really weird ideas about the American dream.
Abortion, sodomy, and materialism have taken the place of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Now, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that sodomy doesn't lead to abortion. If you're having anal sex and it leads to a baby, you're doing it wrong.
So but this is very interesting that witchcraft is something that is always has to be like retributive.
In several tribes, a child which is said to Lolo transgress is put to death. Lolo.
There you go. A child that transgresses is put to death.
Right. For transgression is ascribed to several curious cases. A child who cut the upper front teeth before the under was always put to death among the...
You heard that? A child whose upper teeth came in before their lower teeth came in.
This shit sounds stupid. You let white people tell it. This shit sounds stupid.
No, but that's
what the fuck is going on.
Hold on.
Yeah, but they don't have any context. They don't put any context, and like
no, they don't understand all the context though. Also,
exactly.
The travelers and the explorers, they come to a place and they stay with the people.
What is the context for killing a child if their teeth grow in?
You got buck teeth. You gotta go, son. Sorry.
Yeah, the context. The thing is, we don't know the context, right? You just don't know the context, and that's my only thing. I don't know. I'm not saying I know the context. I'm just saying I like to know the context in which things occur before I make these.
Well, you can't always know everything, though. Like, think about this, also. Like, say
a newborn baby to come out into the world and wrap the baby and make the baby comfortable and then talk to the mother and talk to the father and then execute the baby.
Never book him for a christening.
Say you're from DC, right? Say you went, like, let's just say New Orleans again, and they killed the babies who upper teeth, and you went back to DC, and I'm there, and you're talking to me, and you're like, man, down in New Orleans, like, it ain't really no context. That's what they do.
Yeah, no, all right, but see, look, I'm different. I know, I get it, man. But I'm saying, like, I'm different. Like, I would be looking around and I'd be asking people, like, yo, why the fuck they killed the baby with the buck teeth? And
like, what happened before that?
And then somebody
Most
would be like,
tend to believe the first thing they're told. So it's really hard to convince them they've been lied to already when they believe something for so long or for any period of time.
yeah, and it could be false, but I'm saying at least I would ask around to be like, yo, why do they do that?
So I just looked it up, Osa, and this probably isn't the right tribe, but this is in Ethiopia, the Minji tribe. They used to kill their children that the top teeth erupted before the bottom teeth, and they believed that it was ritually impure to have that happen, and that's why they killed them, according to Wikipedia, for this one tribe in ancient Ethiopia.
So you have, hold on, now, so you have to think.
Doesn't explain anything.
You have West Africa, right? Hold on. You have West Africa where they do it, and then you have Ethiopia where they do it. That's a large, that's two different places.
Different sides of the country.
But
the continent.
But there's
no debate. There's no debate that it happened.
Okay.
Right. So all of this happened. I believe all of this happened. I'm just saying that without the context,
the context is pseudoscience witchcraft.
And then talk to the mother and talk to the father and then execute the baby.
No, it's not. It's actually probably if you were to actually look into it, you would probably see it's actually more scientific than anything. It's probably deeply rooted in a natural science that you can't get from a book because if these motherfuckers,
they didn't have modern orthodontists, so they was like, fuck it, he's fucked up, he's impure.
Or you know what it could be? Something that was started by some barbarous people that were their ancestors that they were born into. Like, you gotta understand, we were born into a lot of this shit we do.
Just face it, Roy, you lost. The people of Alabama said no to bigotry, no to idiocy, and the whole world saw it with our own eyes.
I didn't create any of the fucking systems. I'm born into America. I didn't make it.
When those witch doctors said that this is what it is, that's what it was. So you got your head cut off.
Yeah. Right, exactly. But it was based on something that a lot of the people who interpreted it don't have, mostly God. If you don't have a sense of some type of spirit or some type of higher being, then it's going to be difficult.
This is a god of death.
Whatever they think. God is relative. God is relative.
Let me play this so we can maybe this will give us a better understanding.
In several tribes, a child,
a newborn baby,
which is said to Lolo transgress, is put to death.
Execute the baby.
Tololo, or transgression, is ascribed to several curious cases. A child who cut the upper front teeth before the under was always put to death among the Baka, and I believe also among the Bakwains. In some tribes, a case of twins renders one of them liable to death, and an ox, which while lying in the pen beats the ground with its tail, is treated in the same way.
So if twins, if twins are born in this tribe, because we already covered another tribe where they killed both the twins, but in this tribe,
reminds me of the angel of death.
Yeah, in this tribe they only kill one of the twins.
Over in America, the big news was definitely this.
Invasion of drugs, gangs, human traffickers, and undocumented migrants.
It's bullshit.
I could do the wall over a longer period of time. I didn't need to do this, but I'd rather do it much faster.
If you don't need to do something, then it's not a fucking emergency.
But yeah,
did anyone go through? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, because has anyone compared any of these things that they found in this book with maybe, I don't know, what's in the Bible?
But here's the thing. Those stories in the Bible were parables.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't actually go. He didn't actually go through with it.
No. I think he did it. No, I think he did it. I think he's talking about when I say a parable, I'm talking about they represent cultures. Like the people in the tribe, the people in the Bible represent a tribe. So I'm saying whenever you hear somebody did something, that basically means that a tribe of people, a group of people did these things
under that person. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the sacrificing the children was very prevalent in ancient cultures, and all these debaucherous, evil things we see these people in Africa in the Negro lands doing was done in all parts of the world at some point.
Right.
The thing that's different, Osa, these people were doing this shit 100 years ago.
My dog's lost his sunglasses. I can't find my scented candle. How am I to sleep without lavender in the air? And
they probably still do it today.
Right. That's the difference.
See, the thing about, I just want to make a point about, because my parents are theologians. The thing about Abraham being told to sacrifice his son Isaac, that was more of, like you said, it was a parable. It's supposed to be foreshadowing to God giving up his only begotten son, which is Jesus Christ. So a lot of things in the Bible are supposed to be prophecy. So it's almost like, and it was also a test of Abraham's faith, because God changed Abraham's name from Abram to Abraham, and then tested his faith because it took him so long to have a child with his wife Sarah. So
her name was Sarai before.
Yes,
they changed her name too.
Yeah, so he tested Abraham, and Abraham passed the test.
Then she had a baby with Hagar.
So
Right.
so look, all I'm saying with this whole thing, right? All I'm saying is that same context you just applied to the Bible, do it to the I'm a fair person. That's all I'm saying. The same, see how you just took the time to give that context, but then when it comes to the Africans, you just laugh at them and call them names. All I'm saying is I think we should do the same. I'm a fair person. I treat people the same. So that's all I'm saying. That same context you stopped us to tell us, is this the same context that would make
but he didn't actually go through with the sacrifice though.
But a lot of people died in the Bible, bro. What are you talking about?
Sacrificing in the Bible.
A lot of sacrifice. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. That's all.
It was a mostly peaceful book. Come on, guys.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
Let me play.
Bible. That is not the law. You don't know that?
I did not know that.